This is Durag Wisdom here. This is directed at one of my subscribers, and how you doing? A very nice person who sent me an email or a comment that it's hard. The music I play a lot is distracting. So I'm compromising with this person. Sometimes I'll play music in the background, and sometimes I won't. I mean, I'm a savage beast, and music helps to soothe me. I have to, like, when I'm writing or doing stuff, I have to, like, have music. If I don't, I'm like... But I want my subscribers to be happy, so I'll compromise. I'm playing Mexican music in the background because I happen to love Mexicans, and I happen to love Latinos. In fact, I happen to love the people of color. You know, people of color, that means, black, brown, olive-skinned, yellow, red, stuff like that. Like, hey, the ancient Hebrews. Moses, Moshe, and Yehoshua, Joshua, Samson, and all those greats of the Bible. The Bible. All dark-skinned, all of color. The Christians and their Jesus, all dark-skinned, of color. Muhammad, the prophet for the Islamics, the Muslims, dark-skinned. In fact, I would say that, and of course it's not just me, but that the most of the people on this planet are of color. White people aren't the majority. They may think they are. They may think they're great. When the birther bastard Trump says make America great again, he really means make America white again. People say, well, what is wrong with this? With Durag Wisdom, is he a racist against white people? Not at all. I mean, I'm as white as the newborn sun. I'm a white boy. I'm so happy to be a white man. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. No, but I'm a Jew, and most racist Steve Bannon white people don't consider Jews to be officially white, and I'm very happy about that, because the first Jews were of dark skin color. Now you probably wonder, what is this all about? This talk. I mean, I have tribal stuff to say in another broadcast. Those who follow my broadcast, I do tribal segments. But not today. Today I can't do it. I know Bibi Netanyahu is an asshole and a dickhead and an ass-kissing slime ball and a Trumpist piece of crap who should keep his snout out of our American business about wall building and stuff like that. But we'll talk about him another time. He's an interesting character as far as I'm concerned. But that's a tribal thing. Right now, we're talking about terrorism. I was talking before about people of color, all this. Terrorism. Let's talk a little bit about terrorism. That's what I want to say. Yes, I'm terrified. I am absolutely 100% terrified. But I'm not paralyzed. The birther bastard isn't trying to stop desperate people from entering our country because they're Muslim. It's because they're coming from countries that have terrorism, that never attacked us, by the way. The countries that this creep banned never gave us any terrorist incidents. The ones that's still on, like Saudi Arabia and Afghanistan, that's okay. The ban's off them. Problem is, there shouldn't be a ban at all, right? This is America. This isn't a dictatorship like that scumbag. And folks, anytime I think about what this creep is doing to our country, and I start yelling and screaming and becoming like, I don't want to become irrational. I'm trying to get a message across to you folks. It's a very important message. There is terrorism. And the terrorism that we're experiencing is from white people. White people are giving me terrorism right now. And yes, the first 2 weeks of the Trump administration, or when I found out that creep stole the election, yeah, I was depressed. I was cursed every time I thought about him and his family, except for Barron running our White House and having the creeps and Bannon. Every time I think about it and all the shit he's going to try to do, I was cursing. But I can be terrified, of course. I can be horrified, but I can't be paralyzed. Because this creep is doing shit that is absolutely traitorous, un-American in his party too. They are terrorizing us. They are terrorists. Terrorists. I mean, blocking people from coming into the country. I mean, terrorism. Splitting families apart. Threatening Mexicans. Putting Steve Bannon, a Nazi racist slimeball, as part of his inner circle national security. Then he talks about nuclear weapons. Everybody should have nukes. What a bastard! I mean, I've lived on this planet for 66 and a half years, folks. And in the 66 and a half years I've lived here, I've learned that we human beings, are adept at making each other as miserable as possible. It doesn't seem that we want to evolve. What do we want to do? Go back to being hairy apes? We're naked apes now. So if anyone is terrorizing us now, folks, it's the birther bastard Trump and his GOP party, who want to take us back to the days, for example, where women who had to get an abortion had to use coat hangers or do other shit that made them die in agony and horror. They want to return to the days when lying scumbag white bastards like this idiot that lied about Emmett Till. This woman, she made up a whole lie about what Emmett Till did to her, which ended up this poor kid, this 13-year-old kid was tortured, brutally murdered. That's what they want to bring back. These old white assholes who are my age want to keep hold of this entire society. They want to take us back to the days of lynchings and murder, back to the days of coat hangers, back to the days of paranoia and witch hunts, burnings at the stake, back to the days of religious persecution, back to the days of racism, anti-Semitism, all kinds of greedy ignorance, back to the days of child labor and dangerous working conditions and 80-hour, 90-hour, 100-hour work weeks. That's what these bastards want. And that's what the birther bastard is trying to do. With his Paul Ryans and his bitch McConnells and all the rest of them. Putting a ExxonMobil shithead into the State Department who licks Putin's ass. If that ain't terrorism. I mean, I live in a country, I was 66 and a half years born here. A free country, a flawed country by any means, but a free country. And now this shithead and his party's coming in and doing terrorism. You know, tonight I gotta watch the news. For you. Because I have to keep up with what these pricks are doing to us in this war. For you. But every time I'm thinking, what did this shithead do today? And what is he going to do this week? Oh, they want to put a Supreme Court justice in. Guess what, Democrats? corporatist Democrats who so far as I'm concerned, is aiding and abetting the terrorists? Are you going to let that piece of shit put in a Supreme Court justice that's going to persecute women and gay people and help the corporations pollute our planet? Is that what you're going to do, corporatist Democrats? Or are you going to stand with the rest of the people out there who know what this shithead is trying to do? I'm terrorized. I want to get rid of the terrorists in my country, ladies and gentlemen. And the terrorists I want to ban are birther bastard Trump, his entire family except for Barron, the entire GOP who support him, and any right-wing fascist slimeball who wants to make everyone as miserable as possible in the brief time they have on this planet. I'm being terrorized, but I'm not paralyzed. Thank you, folks, for standing up against this bastard, and you must keep doing it. We all must keep doing it or lose our country. There is nothing more terrifying than that.